According to an article written by Welding Career Now, 50% of the products that we use is touched or put together by welders. Whether it's the bus that you took to school or the car that you drive every day, someone had to put together the frame of the vehicle. Not everyone thinks about or maybe even cares about how it was put together or who did it. But I personally have taken a great interest in how it's done and what it entails. A big problem that has been introduced into the welding industry is the shortage of welders, and without welders we don't have the products that we use every single day. I've thought about this and researched about how that we could fix the problem and what needs to be done. But first, I'm going to tell you about my backstory and why I care so much. When I was a kid working on the farm with my grandparents and my uncles, I was always in the shop after fall harvest helping with fall maintenance, fixing broken down tractors and implements. No matter what was going on, someone was always fixing a tractor or welding on something, but for some reason I was always drawn to the bright blue light I was always told not to look at. My Uncle Corey was usually the one welding, and I always enjoyed tagging along and learning everything I could. When I was about 10, I started to weld small pieces of metal together, making houses or just little projects, and I always thought that was really cool. I learned how it works and started to do bigger things as I got older, like attaching a hitch bracket to the bottom of our golf cart, or fixing the legs on the fire pit that I accidentally ran over. When I was around 14, I started helping fix tractors and other stuff like that. And around the farm, it was just I was a big help in keeping my uncles from being busy doing other things. Earlier this year, I was informed of the internship program that allows students to leave halfway through the day, take a class on Mondays, and then get to work every single day. And through that internship, I took a job at Sparky's Welding and Fabrication, working for Alan Goddess and Tara Goddess. I've learned a lot about fabricating, prep work, and even how to actually weld. Doing this has really inspired me and increased my want to be a welder when I'm older as a career. In a personal interview with Alan Goddess, I learned that a problem he has also had problems with finding welders finding welders to work for him. According to a website called GVP, the average age of welders is 55 years old, but usually for other jobs it's 42 years old. To highlight, following this information, the average retirement age of a worker is around 62 years old. This means in about 5 to 10 years, there are going to be a lot of jobs to fill, but not enough people to fill them. Sometimes the general public thinks of welders as a lower class or maybe not as smart as business or office jobs. But the truth is, there's a lot more to it than people realize, like the preparation, the fabrication, and knowing how to cut and build these kind of things. During the same interview, I also learned that 90% of welding is prep work and only 10% of it is actually welding the two pieces of metal together. In an article called Tackling the Labor Shortage in the Welding Industry, a solution to this is bringing in more automated robots to help with welders, and this also brings in the younger generation that wants to get into programming. After hearing everything that I've had to say about welding and the problems with it, I hope that I've inspired you to learn more about welding and think of it as a future career, and inform other people about why it's important and why we need it.